the law, the way they are handling. We're now connected once again to Mr. Ramzy Khoury. Welcome back, Mr. Khoury, once again.
Thank you.
So what were we saying?
We are seeing Mr. Ben Gvir outdoing himself in exactly what he does, which is terror. He has been terrorizing the Palestinian prisoners. He has been terrorizing the Palestinian people in the West Bank. He has been using the settlers in the West Bank to terrorize the Palestinian people. And now he decided to go ahead and terrorize people from all kinds of nationalities who Israel kidnapped from close to Crete, outside its water borders. And after kidnapping them and taking them to Israel, which is against the law in itself, these people were badly abused. So if Ben Gvir wants to be a hero in front of his settlers and radical ideologues, people who are similar to him, then he succeeded. But what he has done is he has shown the real face of Israel to the whole world. And every one of these people who were kidnapped and who were abused is now an ambassador for Palestine.
Of course.
Who is going back to their countries to tell the story.
Can I get in here and ask you a question that is really urgent at this particular minute? Those activists, they come from different nationalities, different countries, right?
Correct.
Do you have any idea which countries? I mean, or at least...
Oh, yes. Most of them, by the way, are European.
European.
But there are Americans, yes. There are Americans, there are Arabs, there are Asians. But most of them are European.
They are Europeans.
And all of these people are going to go back to their countries and they're going to tell the stories.
Apart from those activists who were really subjected to this verbal and this physical abuse, and probably to the extent of rape and sexual abuse, which is really strange. But then what could be the reaction of entities like the European Union, for example, or Amnesty International, or Human Rights Watch, or international communities of that kind, Human Science Monitor?
As usual, they will all make statements, and they will all sound very angry during their statements, but they will take no action. If you don't take any punitive action against Israel, Israel is not going to stop this. And as for rape and sexual abuse, this is not new. Palestinian prisoners were raped, including civilians who had absolutely nothing to do with military action. So this is not new. But what is new is to rape foreigners, to rape Europeans, to rape or to sexually abuse them. This is usually Israel is very worried about its image, but Israel no longer is worried about its image.
That's an escalation. That's why I asked the question, because it's really strange this time. There are no borders. There are no reservations. There are nothing whatsoever concerning the Israeli policy when it comes to its personal interests. I mean, the door is wide open for anything that you could imagine would come across your mind to do, and nobody is going to hold them any accountability. How do you justify that? And whose responsibility is this? I mean, the European Union, what is in the might of an entity, a huge entity like the European Union? What is in the might of Amnesty International or Human Rights Watch or Science Monitor and all those wide-range popular organizations?
The organizations put them on the side because they've been talking and they've been screaming and they've been demanding, and many of them have asked the European Union to penalize Israel. The problem is with the European Union, and not all of the countries of the European Union. For example, Spain and Ireland have been pushing, and Slovenia have been pushing to take action against Israel. the economic agreement between the EU and Israel is in the billions, if not billions of dollars. There are trillions of dollars in investment in Israeli projects. And these countries have been asking the EU to come up with a resolution that would take action, sanctions on Israel, especially the military institutions of Israel. But you have other countries, such as Germany, at the forefront of those countries, that do not want to take any action against Israel. But the country that is really the mother of all impunity to Israel is the USA, because the USA is the country that actually penalizes those who take any action. I'll give you an example. The sanctions that have been slammed on the judges of the International Criminal Court and the International Court of Justice, who have started a process against Israel for war crimes, these sanctions were devastating to these judges. Some of these judges, and I was looking at the case of one judge, his whole life was stopped immediately. Banks would not deal with him. Airline companies would not allow him on board airplanes because of American sanctions against him, because he voted against Netanyahu and other war criminals in Israel. Right. Now, this kind of aggressive action on the side of America gives Israel, which is a rogue apartheid state, the feeling that it has full impunity, it is totally above the law, nothing applies to it, and it's not going to pay a price. This feeling has now matured to the degree where Ben-Gvir feels that he can actually do what he did and get away with it. And this is a disaster. And the biggest problem is the USA. Right. The second biggest problem are some countries in the EU.
Right. And I would like to thank you, Mr. Ramzy Khoury.